Hello my dudes, and welcome back to my channel. I've got a little bit of a different video for you today, so I hope you'll enjoy it. I'm working on a complex custom ring, and it's a little more technical than most of the rings I make, and it involves the use of a mill, which I've never used in a video before. And so for these reasons, I'm going to split this project into 2 videos. This will let me show you exactly how I progress, and it'll also give you a look into some of the decision making that I have when I'm making a new type of ring for the first time. I've also got some new equipment in the mill that I'm going to need to finish up this ring, like some new end mills as well as a new ring mandrel. So I wanted to share this video with you guys and make sure I got a video uploaded this Wednesday. So let me know what you think of the new video down in the comments. So as you probably guessed by the title of this video, I'll be making a green lantern ring, and it's going to be made out of a solid piece of meteorite. So I had to find a massive chunk of meteorite for this, and then I had to get a custom ring blank cut out by a water jet. So you can see I've got this squared off ring shape cut into this slab of meteorite. And then you can see I'm comparing it here to this other green lantern ring I have. This was actually sent to me by the customer, so I'd have something to pattern it after. He's a really cool guy, and he's a big fan of Green Lantern. So we're going to attempt to make just one of the coolest Green Lantern rings ever. Now I'm going to draw some basic angles on the square edges of the ring blank, and then I'll use the belt sander to sand it down. Once we've got that done, I'm going to go ahead and clean the inside of it up. So I'll use a Dremel to get rid of any of the big initial sharp edges. And then I'll finish smoothing it out here on the lathe. Now one thing to note is that I'm stopping about 1 millimeter or 2 short of the final ring diameter, and that's just going to give me a little wiggle room if I have any errors. Now the last thing I'm going to do for this first video will be squaring up the face of the ring using the mill. This will leave us with a nice even ring blank that I can carefully lay out, so that all I'll have left to do is to remove a bit more of material from the ring and then give it its classic Green Lantern shaping and styling. And I'm going to use the mill for most of that. I might end up having to do a little bit of hand filing, but you'll see how I get that figured out in the second video. So at this point we're left with a nice ring blank. We've got a lot of the general shaping done, so I'm able to imagine a little better exactly how I'm going to go about finishing all the shaping we'll need to do for it. I usually find that a really important step when starting a new project like this is that you want to spend a lot of time planning on exactly how you're going to go about doing it. So now that we've got this nice ring blank ready to go, it's going to be a little less of a daunting task to figure out exactly how I want to go about shaping the rest of this ring. So that's going to be it for this video. Stay tuned for part 2, which I will hopefully be posting a week from today, just depending on how long it takes me to finish this. If you've got any suggestions or feedback for me, please leave those down in the comments. I'll read them all, and it might actually help me in finishing up this ring. I also wanted to suggest that you guys follow me on Instagram. I've got a link to that in the description. I post a lot more on Instagram, and I just post a lot of the rings that I'm working on, and then it gives you a bit more of a behind the scenes look at what I'm up to. So follow me there if you haven't. You can also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more project videos like this, and I will see you all on Saturday.